Okay, we're here today in Dallas at my good friend James Bland's house, and what I love about James is if you have a crazy idea and you throw it past him, it's very likely that he'll take you up on it. And over the years in my first band, Riddle Me This, when I moved here, we had a lot of fun taking some chances and doing some really cool photo shoots. And you know, you never know if you're going to be able to pull something off until you try it. We've done some stuff with a lion, a real live lion in California, with a guy named Randy Miller who has a company called Predators in Action.
The lion photo we took, as Eric said, we went out to Redlands, California. And I told him when we first started discussing this idea, Eric kind of had this idea he wanted to work with a lion or something dangerous, which was real unusual. And I'm like, okay, but we're not going over to some redneck's house who has a lion. So he found Predators in Action, went out there. It was very well done, very safe. These animals are amazing. They're almost as tall as me, about 6 feet. When they're standing there, and they threw them about 40 pounds of raw meat to keep them from eating us during the session.
So we ended up renting this chair from a guy who rents props for movies, and the chair was already sold. So I had to kind of negotiate with the guy to let me use it for the day. And he was kind of tough about it, because I think he had kind of a fear that I wouldn't bring it back. But we found this African wooden chair. It was just perfect. It had like 2 lion heads on where the arms are. And the first thing we did was we get that and rented it. Then we needed a guitar, and we ended up going to a pawn shop and renting a guitar, because we tried to rent it from a prop shop. There's plenty of those out in Los Angeles because of all the movies they film there, but they wanted a lot of money for it, and it seemed like kind of a stretch at the time. So we just went to a pawn shop, and I think we negotiated maybe like $50 to rent a guitar for the day, a classical guitar. So we had the chair, the guitar, and the lion lined up, and then James, he had an assistant hired out there, and he knows all the photo places, and so we went to rent a big roll of blue paper. It's called like a blue screen that we could hang up in the air and roll down so that he could shoot the lion and the chair against that, and shoot the chair without me in it, because I'm not crazy enough to sit next to a lion in a chair that could possibly eat me.
Originally, we were going to shoot Eric in the chair with the lion right next to him, but the paper, we were up in the mountains, and the paper we'd set up, we had to use paper because canvas would be destroyed. They're throwing the raw meat on it, and he's jumping around on it with his sharp claws. So every hour, we had to switch out the background paper because it was all destroyed, so we could, put the shot back together. But the paper kept blowing, and it made this kind of thunder noise. And every time it would blow, the lion would freak out and start kind of running around a little frantically, real nervous. So it wasn't safe to put Eric in the chair, so we did it in 2 shots. Shot him in the chair and then shot the lion and put them together.
What Randy did with the lion is he put a little wire around the perimeter from where they previously trained him, so he won't leave that perimeter. However, when we were doing the photo shoot, the wire wasn't hot. It was just there for kind of a boundary for the lion to learn about. And each time they'd want him to go and do a pose, they would throw him just a hunk of meat, and he would eat it. And over a period of 2-3 hours, he got into most of the poses that we wanted. It's a really, really nice one. So it was a lot of fun to see how they did that.